This is gonna be pretty nice. Pretty nice. Just slightly getting started here. Um, just getting everything set up. Waiting for some of my friends to show up. You guys know what we're here for. John Jones, Daniel Cormier, prediction breakdown review. Yeah, it's gonna be a nice fight. Just getting all my stuff prepared. See if I can change this image here. My mic up just a little bit so that everyone can clearly hear me. So what we have here, I'm doing my other video at the same time. Alright, I see a couple guys have come through. And let me start my other video that I'm making for my other channel. So I'm starting over here. And welcome to the video. I'm back with some more boxing. Whoa, that was a big no-no. So as I'm doing this live stream, I'm making my video for my channel. Here we go. Welcome to the video. I'm back with some more UFC from across the world. Daniel Cormier and John Jones. This is going to be a fight of the year. I guarantee it. Cormier and Jones fought before. These two are two ruthless fighters, two ruthless warriors. I consider them the best of the best in the light heavyweight division. Also, Gustafsson and Rumble Johnson. John Jones is 22-1. He's the number one light heavyweight. He has 4 fights of the night, 1 knockout of the night, 2 submissions of the night. He's nicknamed Bones. He's great at wrestling, jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai. He's 28 years old. He's 6'4". His reach is 84. His leg reach is 45. His record speaks for itself. He can strike. He can take you down. He goes for the submission. He's a very talented fighter. Also, for John Jones, he is definitely a black belt in Gaido Jutsu, which is a great technique. Great technique. Part of Jackson MMA. John Jones is a guy whose statistics speaks for itself. He's very dangerous. He's attempted 1,836 strikes. He successfully landed 1,021, which gave him a 60% rating at landing strikes. Out of the strikes that he's landed, 617 were while standing, 199 in the clinch, and 205 on the ground. His total takedowns he's attempted is 69. He successfully made 36, which gives him a 55% rating at taking his opponent down, which is totally awesome. Um, Absolutely awesome. The total percentage of strikes that he's avoided, 66 to 70% of strikes that has been attempted against him, he's avoided them. And that's awesome defense. And for takedowns, 95%. So now we know John Jones is extremely hard to take down. Daniel Cormier had a hard time taking Jones down. As a matter of fact, Jones took Cormier down. Um, John Jones is a dangerous fighter. He's very versatile, and he approaches his opponent in a way that he confuses his opponent. John Jones is on an amazing winning streak. He hasn't lost in many years. He's defeated Daniel Cormier, Glover Teixeira, Alexander Gustafsson, Ovis St. Preux, Vitor Belfort, Rashad Evans, Lyoto Machida, Rampage Johnson, Ryan Bader. I mean, his record speaks for itself. He has the most astounding record in UFC history. He is the greatest of all time. He is the GOAT. Definitely the GOAT. He's facing an opponent that he knows very well, Daniel Cormier, nicknamed DC. And believe me, those nicknames are not self-given. They're given by the crowd. They're given by the people. These names are earned. He's an honorable man. He's 17-1. He's the light heavyweight champion of the world. One performance of the night, 2 fights of the night. He's great at wrestling. However, he can strike. 58% of his ability is striking, 37% is takedowns, and 15% is submission. He's from Louisiana, 37 years old, 5'11", 72 reach. A very smart guy. He has a degree in sociology. He attended Oklahoma State University, where he's well known. He's attempted 850 strikes. Out of 850 strikes, 422 landed, which gives him a 50% rating at landing strikes. He's attempted 30 takedowns, successfully made 11, which gives him a 37 to 40% successful rating at taking his opponent down. John Jones is in trouble. But total strikes that he's attempted is, out of all the strikes that he's attempted, 203 were while standing. So basically 48 to 50% of the strikes that he's landed was done while standing. So Cormier has a great stand-up game. The grapples that he's defended against, oh man, it's crazy. He's defended against 80% of grapples that were attempted against him. 62% of strikes that was attempted, he avoided them. He avoided 62%. So 80% of takedowns, he's avoided. 62% of strikes attempted against him, he's avoided. The grappling types that he goes for is 5 submissions, 17 passes. He doesn't really sweep. Cormier is a guy who's very, very dangerous. His record speaks for itself. I really like Daniel Cormier. He's a brown belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He's an Olympic wrestler, or Olympic freestyle wrestling, NCAA Division I wrestling team. You know, he was a wrestler in college. He's been active since 2009, and his wrestling record speaks for itself. His UFC record speaks for itself. We seen in the first fight that Daniel Cormier, who was undefeated at the time, fought John Jones. And Jones was able to solve the puzzle that was called Daniel Cormier. And in this fight, a lot of guys looked at it and automatically felt like John Jones won because that was the first person to ever be able to compete at Cormier's level. John Jones himself is at another level, and so is Daniel Cormier. It's like first Hokage versus Uchiha Madara, Aizen versus Uchiko. Okay, this is what this is: Goku versus Vegeta. You understand? These two are the best in their division and the best in their time, and right now they are both in their prime. Cormier is a different type of beast. These are things that John Jones needs to avoid when it comes to Daniel Cormier. In the previous fight that occurred between these two, John Jones was able to nullify Cormier's aggression with precise striking and defensive awareness, being able to counter and also able to overcome Cormier's mass and Cormier's approach. John Jones at the time was a riddle that no one could solve, a puzzle that no one could put together. However, Daniel Cormier was able to defend his title very well and fight Jones, who was much younger than him, and put on a show that was great. Jones is a guy that you know needs to avoid Cormier's ability to wrestle, and also strike. Cormier has a very diverse style. In the first fight, I believe that John Jones was well prepared and able to nullify that. And he can use the similar tactics now. However, the Daniel Cormier that John Jones fight then is not the same. But that tactic to try to nullify his aggression to come in with his inside game, yes, that you still will need against today's evolved modern day version of Daniel Cormier. Yes, indeed. Now, Cormier has developed more of a striking game, maneuvering. He instead of before he would just sidestep. I mean, he really slips moves now. Daniel Cormier slips more than he's ever slipped before. In the fight against Gustafsson, which was a more evolved, better version of Gustafsson, we were able to see how good Daniel Cormier, how great Daniel Cormier is. Gustafsson at one point in time in the fight was running from Cormier, and that's what I got to say that in the Ovis St. Preux fight, I seen a different John Jones. I seen a Jones who did not evolve. And when I say different, I mean not different in the sense that he got better or he was different in the sense that now he looks the same as he was, but he's different now compared to the guys who are fighting today. The guys who are fighting today have evolved. They have a whole different style of mixed martial arts. Daniel Cormier, to me, is going to absolutely uh, destroy John Jones. Because John Jones approaches him the same way he approached him in the first fight. I just want to get one thing straight that I want him to use that aggression still, but he has to strike. He has to be able to um, effectively outsmart Daniel Cormier. So this won't be a fight about brute strength when it comes to John Jones' approach to Daniel Cormier because he has the youth, he has everything for him. But his approach on Daniel Cormier, he can't take Daniel Cormier lightly. So I don't really have much to say about what John Jones needs to do with Daniel Cormier. Not what Daniel Cormier needs to do to defeat John Jones because he's the one who lost. Um, this is a different John Jones. Okay, this is a different John Jones. DC. Uh, you have to be extremely aggressive, more aggressive than you ever were before against this guy. Against OSP, you've seen he was sluggish, and there's a lot of footage now of how John Jones fights. He seems more predictable now, more like he's someone that you could beat. I think I have to stop this in my video. I'm gonna start. See, I'm gonna go back. Wow, what happened to this thing? This thing didn't start recording. had to go back. I gotta go back. I probably don't like everything I said. Alright. I have to go back. It was good, but I'm making it. It's like a perfect video, you know what I mean? I messed up myself. So watching the stream, I'm making my video on the channel. Just making it live on this stream. Quick break. That candy is so good. I just can't stop eating it. some of the key things that John Jones needs to do to defeat Daniel Cormier. John Jones is the one with the blueprint. He created the blueprint to defeat Daniel Cormier. He is the architect of that. Jones has the skills, the ability, the wits, the talents to defeat Daniel Cormier. However, the Daniel Cormier that John Jones fought is not the still. It's still Daniel Cormier, but it's not the same. Of course, I have to mess up, man. Fixing my video. I'm making a video. I'm just doing it live. Is absolutely a different gladiator today. So Jones can approach Daniel Cormier very similar. Be aware of his aggressive attacks, avoid the takedown, and land counter shots. Take control. Of course, I had to mess up like that, right? I think I moved loud. Take control of the octagon. Develop a jab so that Cormier understands that he will be punished if he comes in. Be aware of all times, at every stance that Cormier puts himself in, and capitalize on Daniel Cormier's mistakes. Last but not least, outwork him like you did in the previous fight. I haven't done this in a while, so getting back to it's like, oh. Alright. I'll answer all questions at the end of the stream. I think that's I make a video, save it, talk about it, discuss. Drums. these are the keys to victory for Daniel Cormier. Cormier is a effective fighter. What I mean by effective fighter, what he does is always effective. The way he does things, it could mess up a whole person's plan, like the whole corner's plan. Whatever they plan, he can disturb their plan. Okay, that's one thing Daniel Cormier is definitely known for, and also absolutely great at. Um, it's actually simple. This fight's going to be more simple for Daniel Cormier than it's going to be for John Jones, even though Jones defeated Cormier the first time around. This is going to be a walk through the park for Daniel Cormier. Cormier has evolved. John Jones has not. John Jones is... Fuck. That is not supposed to happen now. Cancel. See, that part of the video was at the end of the video. How did I stop that now? Just gotta get that out of my mind. Key things to victory for Daniel Cormier. Cormier has to be able to attack by drawing. He has to use one of the 5 arts of martial arts to defeat John Jones. Jones likes to counterattack, and when he counterattacks, this is when he capitalizes against Daniel Cormier. I believe that Cormier will be the sharper fighter this time around. I believe that Cormier, due to the fact of him being more active than John Jones, and John Jones just coming off inactivity and defeating OSP, but in the OSP fight, we were able to see that there is not much of a change in John Jones. And Cormier will be able to pick through some of the flaws that John Jones has and capitalize on them. Cormier has a style where he can strike, he can grapple, he can wrestle, he can submit. He's quick, he's fast, he's well-rounded, he's strong. He's an opponent that no man wants to face. And I believe that this time around, Daniel Cormier will see everything that John Jones is doing. He will be able to counter his counters. He will be able to overwhelm him, smother John Jones. So Cormier this time around, like I said, key things is to smother Jones. Don't give him a chance to think or to maneuver. Cut the cage off. When you have him, finish him. Attempt more submissions. I would attempt more submissions, and I would, right away go to the ground with Jones. Right away. I wouldn't have a stand-up game at all with John Jones. This time around, I would use my strengths. I know that Daniel Cormier can strike, and when it's necessary to strike against John Jones, do so, and utilize the technique attack by drawing. Also, when you get him on the ground, that's where you are stronger against him, and this is where you should capitalize against John Jones. In closing, I give my prediction. I predict that Daniel Cormier will defeat John Jones in maybe 4 rounds, 3 rounds, 4 rounds, but Jones will be very tired. 4th round, definitely. Not 3, but 4th, definitely. Submission. Could be arm bar, knee bar. One of those I told you so type of moves. Maybe even a rear naked choke. This is not a John Jones from the early 2000s. This is not the John Jones that defeated Daniel Cormier. This is a... Stop that. That's not what I'm trying to say. Mostly everything else is what I'm trying to say, but that ending right there is not what I'm trying to say. Let me play it. Let me see. There we go. This is my A. I'm not talking about John Jones. I have to say something right now. This is what I've been dying to say. Just can't get it out there. Here we go. John Jones is the same typical John Jones. He hasn't evolved at all. If you have the footage of John Jones and you were able to study him during the time that he was off, and since he's announced his return, you have enough footage with the OSP fight to defeat John Jones. He hasn't evolved, he hasn't transcended, he has not ascended into a better fighter. The fighters who have been fighting these past few years who are sharper, who have evolved and who have sharpened their edges and were able to continually compete at a high level are going to be the ones who will show you the difference between John Jones and them now. Um, at one point in time, yes, John Jones was the man of the UFC. He was the future of the UFC. But his time off has disturbed his timing, his speed, and his accuracy that made him so uniquely different from all the other fighters in UFC. And it was very apparent, very absolutely visible in the OSP fight. No disrespect to Over St. Preux, he is a great competitor. However, someone so highly spoken of, such as John Jones, who was not supposed to go 5 rounds with OSP. And Glover Texera absolutely owned OSP. However, Styles makes fights, and Over St. Preux was absolutely prepared to fight John Jones. But that's the John Jones that's going to fight Daniel Cormier. Cormier is going to DC right through those bones. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Until next time, do you believe that John Jones will defeat Daniel Cormier? Or will Daniel Cormier defeat John Jones? Like I say, 4th round, rear naked choke, knee bar, arm bar, one of those I told you so type of submission moves. Could be rear naked choke. But I see Cormier capitalizing on whatever Jones leaves open. And Jones is just not as sharp, as strong, as aware as he used to be. And I believe 100% that when it comes down to it, that Jones will fall into a trap that Cormier will set in that cage. And when that trap is set, there's no getting out of it. There's just no getting out of it. And I don't believe that John Jones has the intelligence, the ring IQ, to come out of any trap that Daniel Cormier has set for him. Until next time, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Alright, let me go to the stream. See what everyone was saying. You guys take care.